Okay, let's talk about Redeeming 6. I finished it today. I rated it 4.5 stars. And there's a few reasons why. They're not like massive or like, oh my god. But it's more the reason of, we had Saving 6, and that gave us a lot of the backstory of like when his drug addiction started, why it started, and like the reason why he's so protective over his siblings and why he never left even after he was 18. And that kind of gave the backstory of the relationship between like why it's so strong with the siblings versus his older brother and stuff like that, and a deep insight to his girlfriend and his relationship and friendships. But that was the first book, which I appreciated because I really did want to see his point of view, not just Shannon's. But then you go into the second book, and I want to say almost 90% of the book was just continuing the relationship issues with him and Aoife, the strained relationship with his family, and the whole scene that happened in Finding and Keeping 13 with Shannon, and what happened to Joey and not just Shannon. But then it's like, I really could not handle, oh, it's a big bird, handle Aoife, because she started getting like really selfish to me when it came to not understanding why he was so attached to his siblings and like could not just leave them like he was left. And she gets mad at him, and I'm like, unless you're in his position, like, you can't get mad, and you need to stop being so selfish and understand that he's always going to have that for his family as long as they're under the same roof as both of their parents. I did, however, wish that I did have more of an insight of like him being sober and his sobriety and being a father and stuff, because that version of Joey, like, he was still hurting, he was still broken, he still had trauma, but he was doing such a good job and really pulled through for Aoife and the baby. But I just wish we had more of that than like continuing on like the deep slope. But again, I still love the series. I am taking a break though. Instead of finishing the series and finishing the last 2 books, I am taking a break and reading Promise Me Sunshine, because my mental capacity and my just noggin right here, I can't dive right back into it. But that's the update. Saving 6 was a 5-star, but I didn't feel like I could give it 5 stars just because there was points in there that I was just like, I'm so over this. But yeah.